Hey guys, welcome to today's video. We are here to do some speed reviews. I have over 20 makeup products that I have been testing for the last couple of months that I maybe did first impressions on, and I want to come back now that I've tried them for a while and give you my reviews. I do want to say I do not have any eyeshadow palettes in here. There are eyeshadow palettes that I have tried toward the end of the year, but I did do my ranking all of the palettes that I tried in 2022, so I would like to direct you there if you want to hear my thoughts on palettes, but the rest of the makeup is sitting here in front of me. If you're new here, hello and welcome. My name is Kelly and I love all things makeup and beauty. I love talking, I love makeup, I love talking about makeup. So if you like to chat about makeup too, I would love to have you subscribe and be part of the KBELLA fam. Why don't we go ahead and jump into the video. Going in any particular order. I'm just going to go ahead and grab things. I do have two foundations that I tried toward the end of 2022. The first being this Hourglass Foundation. This is the Hourglass Ambient Soft Glow Foundation. I am in the shade 5. Now lately, for some reason, when I've been trying foundations, I've been picking neutral foundations, and I feel like they've been pulling a little bit orange on me. I feel like this one pulls a little bit orange on me, but aside from the shade match, this one gives me more of a medium to full coverage, I would say. So it's definitely covering. And when it says soft glow foundation, I don't find it to be radiant or to be glowy, but it's also not a flat matte. It almost gives me maybe more of like a satin type of look. I do like this foundation. Am I reaching for it a ton? No. I would say this is like a like, not a love type of foundation. I think it's good. It gives me maybe a little bit more of a fuller coverage than I would prefer on a day-to-day. It's more of like a special occasion type of foundation, or if I'm trying to cover something up, I would reach for this foundation. It is a little bit heavier on the skin. It's not as comfortable and light as some of the others, but when I do wear it, I think it looks nice. I think it wears well throughout the day. I do have dry skin and it is comfortable. It's just not one that I'm reaching for like all the time. On the flip side, the other foundation that I tried that I am absolutely loving is by Patrick Ta. This is the Cream Foundation and Finishing Powder Duo. I don't really reach for the powder. You can see here I do have a nice dip in this foundation. I just take my makeup sponge and I like swirl it in there and then dot it onto my face and blend it in. This one I've seen mixed reviews. People either love it or they hate it. Me, I love it. This gives me more of a radiant finish, definitely more so than the Hourglass, whereas the Hourglass is more of like a soft focus, like more of a satin. This one is going to be a little bit more radiant, a little bit glowy. I find it to be a little bit more comfortable to wear on the skin, maybe a little less coverage than the Hourglass. This is great for day to day. I've been reaching for it a ton and it's become a fast favorite in my collection. We will just stick to some complexion products. I did recently somehow get on the Sigma PR list, which is absolutely amazing. They sent me over a welcome package, and in that welcome package they sent over this Sigma Spectrum Color Correcting Duo. I have the shade light to medium. I had been wanting to try this, so when I saw it in my welcome package I was like so excited, and I really love this. I don't use color correctors a ton. I didn't have a color corrector in my collection, but I do struggle with some darkness underneath my eyes, especially now that I have a 5-month-old baby who is not sleeping through the night. Therefore, mama is not sleeping through the night. This is great. What I typically do, this one's a little bit deeper than this one, but I'll just take my finger and kind of go in with both of them and press it right here on like the inner portion of my eye. It blends in nice and smooth. The warmth of my finger makes it nice and creamy. It's very comfortable. I do struggle with dryness because I have dry skin. I have dry eyelids, dry under eyes. This one does not cause any dryness. It goes on very comfortably. It blends in nice. And then I'll typically go in with a second layer of the brightening just right on the innermost corner where it is a little bit deeper. And I've really been loving this. I'm super excited Sigma sent this over. If you ever want to try anything from them, I do now have an affiliate code that is listed down below, and an affiliate link. That's what I meant to say. I have an affiliate link and an affiliate code. KBELLA will save you 10%. So all of that will be down below if you're interested in trying this out. Highly recommend. Another Sigma product that I've been trying, this was actually sent over to me by a girlfriend. I said that I wanted to try it. It released before I was on the Sigma PR list and while I was actually getting ready to have my son, and it's the Sigma powder. This is the Soft Focus Setting Powder. I have the shade Vanilla Bean. Now, I want to say I do like this. I think it's a very nice powder. It does give you much more of like a soft focus. It's not going to be mattifying, but there aren't any specks of shimmer or glitter. If you're familiar with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder, the under eye powder, that one I used years ago, and when I used it years ago, it did almost have like tiny flecks of shimmer in it to kind of brighten your under eyes, and I came to not enjoy that after a while. This doesn't have this. This doesn't have that. It will give you like a soft matte finish, but without being a flat matte. It just almost makes you look a little bit more airbrushed. It's comfortable on the skin. I just find this to be a better setting powder than an under eye powder. I do use it underneath my eyes, but that's the only place that I really put powder. I'll put powder underneath my eyes and my forehead lines. So when I go in with this, I just kind of take whatever's left on my sponge and I'll just kind of press it all over like my cheeks where I have pores and like my jawline, because I do feel like it is a really nice setting powder. I just don't typically set my whole face. But if you do set your whole face and you're looking for something that's not really going to like completely mattify, but it'll like keep your oils at bay and set your makeup but still look nice and more of a radiant airbrushed finish, this is a great powder. Let's go back to some Patrick Ta products. I was able to try their brow products. Now I am using their brow products today. I do have the brow pencil in, what shade is this? Blonde, and then this is just the clear laminating, what's called Major Brow Lamination Gel. I do really enjoy this combo, I have to say. So the blonde, this pencil, first of all, has more of like a microfine tip, but it's not like the Brow Wiz where it's a point. It's almost like an oval shape or like a line. It helps me to really create brow hairs. I have to create a brow. I don't have a ton of brow hair, so this pencil really helps me to create brow hairs. However, I do also typically go in with my ABH brow definer, which has like the thicker triangular base, and I'll kind of fill in the middle because I feel like this kind of takes a while, you know, for someone like me who has to create a brow and I have to start from scratch. It takes a while to really fill it in. So I'll use this first to like define and do some hairs, and then go in with my brow definer to create more volume. I do feel like blonde is a little bit light, so my brow definer is in the shade Caramel. That deepens it up a little bit. As far as the lamination gel, okay, so I typically use the ABH Clear Brow Gel, and I really like that. I once heard someone say that they didn't like it, and they described it as hairspray for their eyebrows. That is the exact reason why I enjoy it, because I need my brow hair to stay in place, the few brow hairs that I have. This is an even stronger hold than the ABH Clear Brow Gel. This literally, I wouldn't say it's like hairspray for your brows, it's like glue for your brows. You press it on there and then you kind of brush the hair up. That hair is not moving. It is going to be stuck in place where it's supposed to be, and it won't move until you have soap and water on your face or like a makeup remover on your face. Like, it is really going to put your brows in place. So if you're not into that, if your brow hairs maybe stay in place on their own and you're just looking for something to tame them a little bit, this is not for you. This is for the people who need some serious like brows glued to their head. Let's jump over to let's do some face palettes. So I did pick up the Holiday Palette by Tarte. This is their Precious Gems Amazonian Clay Cheek Palette. I eye these every year. Every year they have some sort of blush palette. I'm always eyeing the blush palette. I've never gotten it, but this time they give you 5 blushes and the Park Avenue Princess bronzer. You do have this shimmery blush in Gemstone. I think this one I haven't tried yet, and Facet I haven't tried yet, but I have tried these 3 and I have tried the Park Avenue Princess bronzer. I didn't realize, this was my first time to try this bronzer, I didn't realize that it has like a sheen to it, like a shimmer. Did you guys know that? I mean, I know it's like a viral bronzer that people talked about, well, maybe it's not viral, okay, but people talked about it years ago, like OG YouTube, but I never tried it until now, and I was kind of caught off guard because it does have a little bit of a shimmer. I'm catching a whiff here. And there is like a nice, how would I describe that? There's a scent. It's not bad. It's very light, but there's a scent here. I don't notice it when it's on my face. I do enjoy this. I like the Tarte blushes. I do find them to be a little bit less pigmented than some of the other blushes in my collection, so that means they're more buildable. If you go in with a heavy hand, you don't have to worry about this here. You're gonna get like a nice even texture. These are mattes, like these 3 right here are mattes. I think this one is a matte too. This one does have a sheen, and then like I said, the bronzer has a sheen, but these are nice matte blushes. They sit down nicely, they build up nicely, the pigmentation is great. Overall, I'm really happy to have this in my collection. You get a nice mirror. I don't know that I would say the Park Avenue Princess Bronzer is my favorite. I don't know that that's something that I would go out and purchase separately, but I do really enjoy this face palette. There is a face palette that I love even more, that I have been wearing even more, that I have on my face right now, and this was a gift from my best friend Smags for Christmas. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Beautifying Face Palette, the Pillow Talk palette. This one is in Pillow Talk Fair Medium, the lighter one. I was eyeing this. I thought it looked beautiful. Smags got it for herself. She was like, you will love it, but I had just picked up the Tarte palette, so I was like, do I need more blushes? And I've tried Charlotte Tilbury highlighters in the past and they haven't been my favorite, so I was like, 2 blushes and 2 highlighters, I don't know. But then Smags picked this up for me. These are absolutely beautiful. This is the blush that I have on my cheeks today. I love it. It's like the perfect Kelly shade. Beautiful, mauve, neutral, goes with every eye look. I was intimidated by this blush, but honestly, even though it looks like a very bright pink in the pan, it goes on the cheeks beautifully. I will even take this sometimes and put it toward the back of my cheeks and put this on the apples of my cheeks or vice versa. The highlighter that I've been dipping into is this pink one. I expected to like the champagne more. The pink highlighter is what I have on. I typically go for a bam in your face type of highlight. These highlighters are a little bit more subtle, a little bit more subdued, but this has been a great go-to everyday face palette, and I'm so happy to have it in my collection. This next face palette, I have to give it some more love. I have to say, I've used it a couple times and I haven't used it a ton, but it's almost like, I don't even want to say it. It's almost like a little forgettable to me. Like I forget that I have it sometimes. And this is the Adept face palette. I do have the shade Gianna, and this comes with a bronzer and 2 highlighters. I have used this a handful of times, but then I placed it in my drawer over there. And like I said, I kind of have forgotten about it, or maybe it's just that I've gotten other highlighter or other face palettes and they're more exciting to me. This one is a little bit less exciting. I did find this bronzer to be a bit light, and you can see, I mean, like, I'm very fair, but I did have to build it up. I don't remember my thoughts on this highlighter. I think I was reaching for this one more. I mean, I thought it was good. The quality wasn't bad. Like I said, it's just one that has been a little bit forgettable for me. So I definitely need to pull this out more. I'm thinking about doing shopped my stash. I don't want to do shop my stash where I'm picking out makeup beforehand, but I do typically every week like think about the makeup that I want for that week and move it into the bathroom. And this is one that I probably need to pull out and use and give more love to, because like I said, it's just kind of been sitting in that drawer and I haven't really thought about it lately. I do have a couple highlighters. One is a Pat McGrath highlighter. This is in Lunar Allure. I think it was their holiday collection. Now I'm second guessing myself. It doesn't have like holiday packaging, but I feel like Lunar Allure was their holiday collection. Anyway, Pat McGrath highlighters have not been my favorite because they've been known to have like kind of chunky glitter flecks, and I'm not really into that, but I saw people raving about this. People with fair skin were saying this looks really, really beautiful on them, so I went ahead and picked it up, and I actually do really enjoy this one. I don't find this one to have like chunky specks of glitter. I put it on the face. It does blend in nicely. I would say that it's not quite as smooth on the cheeks as like my Natasha Denona Super Glow in Fair. I do kind of have to work to blend it in a little bit more, but this one isn't as chunky and glittery as the others, so I have been enjoying this one. I also picked up a little mini of this Bobbi Brown Pink Glow highlighting powder. I've heard people talk about the Bobbi Brown highlighters. Oh my gosh, it was so hard to open. For years, this is a little mini. It's a nice pinky champagne glow. I like this one. Again, it's not a favorite. I think it's good, but it doesn't give me like the bam that I want. I really like highlighters that stand out, that make me look nice and glowy, that really pop. And this one I feel like is maybe a little bit more subtle, a little bit more subdued. So I don't find myself reaching for it often, but I do think it's a good highlighter. If the lighting changed, I felt a little bit dark, so I turned my brightness up a bit. A blush that I have been using and loving and like using every single day, which I should be because it's expensive, is this Gucci blush. This is in the shade Rosy Beige. I picked this up after hearing Morgan Turner and Charlotte Holdcroft talk about this one and this specific shade, and I decided to splurge and buy myself a Gucci blush, and I don't regret it. I have been using this blush every single day. It's beautiful. It looks matte in the pan, but it gives me more of a satin finish. Very, very pigmented. Someone, I think, commented on one of my videos, maybe a haul video, and they were like, oh, I don't find it to be super pigmented. It wears away. Maybe I'm just more fair, because this shade, at least, is very, very pigmented. Like, I was really dipping in the first time I used it because I thought it wasn't going to have much pigment. I dabbed it on my face and I was like, oh, okay, go to the other cheek, like blend it in. Definitely get a ton of pigment. It lasts well on me. Like I said, it looks matte in here, but it's more of a satin on my face, and it's just a beautiful shade. I love it, and I'm gonna have to put it in my drawer so that I use some other blushes, but that makes me really sad. But I might leave it out because I mean, it is expensive after all, but it's just a great blush and I love it. This next product is probably going to be an unpopular opinion, but let me start by saying I don't like cream products. I keep trying. I want to love creams. I want to enjoy cream products. I have dry skin. I should like creams, and I keep trying them, and I don't. But I wanted to try the Charlotte Tilbury Contour Wand. I did get the shade Fair Medium. So many people rave about this wand. It's always sold out on Sephora. You can never get it in stock. I always have to sign up for notifications. But I've heard so many people rave about this. They've said that it's amazing. And I thought, you know what? This might be the bronzer or contour, whatever you want to call it, that really makes me love creams. This might be the one. I am here to report that this is not the one. I do not think it's bad. If you like cream products, you may like this. It may be a great bronzer for you. I find that it's not as deep as it is when you first apply it. It blends out nicely. It doesn't really blend away like some of the other creams that I have do, but it's still, it just feels like an extra step. Like I gotta put it on, and then I gotta blend it out, and then I gotta set it with a bronzer, and it just, you know, it's a process. It's a process, and I have just come to find that I don't love creams and I need to stop buying them. Speaking of cream products, again, 2 more products that I tried to make myself love, and I should have known that I wouldn't, but here we are anyway. I did pick up 2 like cream eye products. So the first is this Laura Mercier Caviar Stick in the shade Moonlight. This is more of a taupey shade, and I picked this up after hearing I think it was Lauren May Beauty. She talked about it as a great one and done shade, and I thought, you know what? I have a baby. One and done eyeshadows are going to be great for work. I can put this on the eyes, throw some mascara on, and I'm good to go. I also picked up the Charlotte Tilbury Oyster Pearl Eyes to Mesmerize. Again, I thought the same thing. I thought this is a beautiful shade. Okay, I kind of picked up a lot there. Oops, but that's okay. I thought, you know what? I can use this, put it all over the eye, one and done, good to go. That was what I was fully expecting from these products. And it's not that these products are bad, but it's that I put them on the eye. Then I feel like I need to go in with some sort of matte in the crease. And by the time I put the matte in the crease, by the time I put this on my eye, by the time I blend it out, it blends away into nothing. It's very possible that it's just the shades. The shades are light. Oyster Pearl, I would say, has more of like a bronze shift, while the Moonlight is more of like a silver to taupe or more cool toned. This one's a little bit warmer. I wanted to love these. I thought these would be great for when I went back to work, but I just find that, well, I'm not wearing makeup a lot when I go to work, but I just find that I'm not really reaching for these, and that's really sad. It's a lot of work. Creams to me feel like a lot of work. Okay, I had to go wipe those off because I felt like they were going to move all over my hands. A couple that are not really exciting, I did pick up some, what are these called, from Makeup Forever? These are their artist color pencils. They're supposed to be for anything, the eyes, the lips, the face. Multi-usage matte pencil. So I did pick up this nude one in the shade Boundless Bisque, and then I picked up this one in Endless Cacao. I've heard so many people talk about Endless Cacao. I heard Morgan Turner talk about the Boundless Bisque. I decided to pick these up. The Endless Cacao one I use as a lip liner when I'm looking for more of like an ombre type of ombre type of lip, like Jamie Genevieve, where you do like the darker outline and the lighter inside. That's what I like to reach for this one for. And with the Boundless Bisque, I do have it in my lower waterline here. I don't use this one anywhere else on the face, just my lower waterline. I really like these. I feel like this works great in the waterline. It doesn't smudge, it doesn't disappear, it doesn't get all over the face. This one works great as a lip liner. It stays where I need it to. It's nice and creamy. These don't drag or tug on the lips and the eyes, and I think it was a great purchase. Then we are left with lips, and the lip product that I have on right now is my combo from the Natasha Denona My Dream collection. It is the I Need a Nude Lip Crayon in Natasha and the lipstick in Natasha. I love this combo. This is a Kelly shade through and through, super creamy. Of course they are bullet lipsticks, so like when I'm drinking my coffee over here, I do have lipstick all over my mug, which I don't love. This is typically why I prefer more of like a liquid lipstick, but I do really like this, and I really like the way the lipstick is. It's more than a satin. It almost looks like you have a lip gloss on. You have like a nice glossy finish. I really love it, but it's very comfortable to wear. This is like my type of shade. Beautiful, beautiful lip products. I did also pick up 2 other Natasha Denona lipsticks when they were on sale. This one is Beatrice. I wasn't going to swatch them for you, but I will. Here we are. This one is in Beatrice right here, which is a nice nude. And then the other one that I picked up, I believe, is Noah. I heard someone talking about Noah. I don't remember who. But there is Noah right there. Did I necessarily need both of them? No, but Beatrice is more of, I would say, it's not quite warm toned, but maybe more of a neutral, not quite pink, but neutral, almost leaning pink type of lip. And then Noah is a little bit deeper and more cool toned, but these are super creamy on the lips. I really enjoy them. I am so glad that I have them. And I also picked up one of the Rare Beauty lipsticks. These are the matte lipsticks, and I got the shade Worthy. First of all, I love the component. So like this is what it looks like, and then when you like press it to release, super cute. I love that. Worthy was the shade that I felt like would be great for me. Again, you're going to see a pattern here. Like, did I need all 3 of these? No, essentially they'd probably do the same thing. This one is more matte. It almost has a little bit more of like a red-orange undertone to it. But I love all 3 of these shades. I love this lipstick. I think the component is great. I would be more apt to reach for my Natasha Denona over the Rare, just because the Rare is a little bit more matte and the Natasha Denonas are a little bit creamier. But overall, I like all of those lipsticks. Whew, okay, that is going to do it for my speed reviews. We went through a lot here, but I think I covered all of like the new things that I had tried at the end of the year. So now we are starting fresh. I am trying to reel in my makeup buying this year. We will see how that goes. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the products that I've picked up. If you tried any of these things, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Let us know what you think. Otherwise, that is going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching another video. Make sure you're subscribed before you go. That way I can see you in the next one. Bye.